Running out of stock is never a good thing, but since I'm an optimist, it's better than selling products that no one wants to buy, right? Running out of stock not only lowers your conversions, but it can also negatively affect your keyword rankings, buy box position, and general competitive edge. So if you're running out of stock, what can you do? Well, there's a ton of bad information out there, so I'm going to show you what not to do, and I'll show you what you should do, including a hack so that your listing rank gets impacted the least. But first, my name is Crescent, and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It really does help out this channel a lot, more than you know, and I would really appreciate it. And if you're looking to surround yourself with other like-minded Amazon sellers, join my Amazon Facebook group. It's one of the largest groups with over 30,000 members. The link is in the description below. And with that said, if you've noticed you're low on inventory early enough, if you can place a new order with your supplier and have your new inventory manufactured and shipped to Amazon before you run out of stock, then do so. And in the future, keep better track of your inventory levels and your sell-through rate so that you can stay on top of your inventory. Staying in touch with your supplier to see what their lead times are throughout the year will also help you manage the slow and peak times of the year. You can also use software like Jungle Scout's inventory management system to help notify you when you're about to stock out. The inventory manager calculates your inventory needs in real time and will calculate when and what quantities you need to reorder so that you don't run out of stock. If you already have Jungle Scout, you might already have access to the inventory management tool. Otherwise, there's a coupon in the description below to a huge, deep discount. Now, if you're unable to restock before running out of inventory, then there's a few options you can take. However, there's some misinformation out there, and I'll explain why. First, you're gonna find that a lot of people suggest that you raise your price so that you slow down your sales and therefore not run out of stock. Well, let me tell you, this is precisely what you do not want to do. To explain, let's take a look at how Amazon's ranking system works. Amazon ranks listings in the search results based on a number of different factors. However, the primary factor is the daily sales velocity and the BSR, which stands for best seller rank, where the BSR is tied to the sales velocity. The whole point of not running out of stock is it causes your listing's position in the search results to drop. Because you're no longer selling, your daily sales velocity falls, which raises your BSR, and therefore lowers your listing's position in the search results. So if you're following me, if you raise the price in an attempt to slow down your sales so that you don't run out of stock, how do you think that's going to affect your daily sales velocity and BSR? Well, by slowing down your sales, you're effectively lowering your daily sales velocity, which of course is going to increase your BSR. Remember, the main driving factor in a listing's rank is the daily sales velocity and BSR. So by raising the price, you're selling less and ruining your BSR and thereby lowering your listing's placement in the search results. Exactly what you're trying to avoid. So what should you do instead? What you want to do is let your inventory sell out at the same pace it normally sells at. That way you'll maintain the same sales velocity and BSR all the way until you sell your very last unit. Once you sell the last unit, or even when you have just one unit left, you want to deactivate the listing so that it no longer appears in the Amazon Marketplace. And there's two ways that you can deactivate the listing. Now, you're going to hear a lot of people suggest that you set your listing to vacation mode. But I'm telling you now, you shouldn't rely on using vacation mode. If you take a look at the help page, it says here that you have the ability to set your listing to active or inactive. To remove your listings from the Amazon catalog, select the inactive radio button and then click save. Perfect, exactly what you want to do, right? No, it specifically highlights here that vacation mode is for self-fulfilled listings only. That means setting your listing to vacation mode only works for products where you're doing FBM, not FBA. Note, this page provides instructions on how to change the status of your self-fulfilled listings in the event that you can't fulfill orders. What you want to do, especially if you're doing FBA, is you need to close the listing. You can close the listing by going to Seller Central, Inventory, Manage Inventory, click on the drop-down menu, and then select Close Listing. Do not choose Delete Product and Listing. That's going to delete your listing. You just want to close it. Now, once you've restocked and you have inventory available to sell again, you can go back and click on the relist option to reactivate the listing so that it appears back in the marketplace again. Okay, so here's the hack. Because you didn't raise the price or do anything to negatively affect your sales velocity and BSR, once you restock, Amazon's algorithm actually has a grace period. It remembers where your listing was ranked and its BSR when you ran out of stock, so it'll help boost you back in the rankings when you restock if you start selling at the same rate again. What you should do right away once you've restocked is run an aggressive PPC campaign, do a promotion or a coupon to help generate sales and restore your sales velocity as soon as possible to help get your listing rank and BSR back. Of course, the shorter amount of time that you were out of stock, the quicker your rank and BSR can be restored. I was actually out of stock one time for close to 2 months, and I was still able to restore my listings rank back onto the first page of the search results within a week. And again, having a tool to track your inventory levels will help prevent this from happening in the first place. If you already have Jungle Scout, then you might already have access to their inventory management tool, so give it a try. Otherwise, I have a coupon for a huge discount down in the description below. Now, what if you have other sellers or hijackers on your listing? You won't be able to close the listing when you run out of stock if you're not the only seller on the listing. A hack you can do to stop the sales for the other sellers is by removing the main photo from your listing, thereby making your listing inactive. That way, the other sellers can't get any sales while you're out of stock. Just replace the image once you've restocked and start selling again. Also, closing the listing or deactivating it won't affect any shipping plans or inbound shipments that are already on the way. Amazon will still let you create new restock shipments and accept shipments that are already shipped and on the way to Amazon's warehouse.